If you're following Depp and Heard, I'm sure over the last year or so, you've heard a lot of talk about who makes what for what movie. You can see the title right here, which is giving away what I want to say, and that's Amber Heard only earned $2,472 in her first movie with Johnny Depp, where her ex-husband took home $15 million. That's pretty crazy. So Johnny got 15 mil, and Amber got about a month of rent and some Starbucks worth. So, what this article is going to get at is the fact that Amber said when she met Johnny, she was already a successful actress. Now, just being in the Rum Diaries to an extent does make you successful compared to other actors, but let's face it, the real success is making a living and the ability to continue, which that amount of money doesn't quite give you. The point is, what I was getting at is if you don't actually check it out for yourself, a lot of times you make assumptions. I just assumed Amber got maybe 20, 30, 40,000 at least for a movie as big as Rum Diaries, but not really. So that's why it's good to check out sometimes. Let's see what we got. By the way, Fandom Wire here is very pro Johnny. They start by saying the divorce saga of Johnny and Amber has been very widely publicized, and they're not wrong. They say that they had a rocky relationship, and we knew that already. But okay, they're starting from square one for the new readers. They say trouble started almost immediately after they got married in 2015. They also make the important point that Amber said she had enough net worth to be self sufficient. And they mention Johnny ultimately ceded to Amber Heard's demands, but not before a full-fledged analysis of her finances was done by his legal team. With Johnny's ex-wife Amber Heard demanding a significant monthly amount from the Pirates of the Caribbean star for spousal support, a deep dive into both actors' finances was launched in 2015 by both parties. According to sources, Johnny Depp's net worth then was estimated at $400 million, with the actor making $30 million in 2014 alone. And they add that Johnny allegedly signed a staggering $95 million contract for Pirates 5, which is a far way away from Starbucks money and a new couch. In contrast, it was revealed that Amber Heard's total earnings in 2015 were just over $250,000, which included small remunerations from films like Danish Girl, Paranoia, and residual fees from Machete Kills. And they say another significant detail was that this gap between Amber and Johnny's pay in the Rum Diaries, which is well warranted. Amber was unknown. Johnny was a major actor since the 1980s, one of the top in the world. So that should be a given and understandable by anyone. They say that Amber in 2014 made 50 grand, which is not bad, but that's just pretty much a little bit above normal, around average. And they feature this. The war between the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard camps was incessant. Despite both actors' finances being up for public scrutiny, the two camps were steadfast in their support for their respective clients. Johnny's lawyer released a statement that read, "As a successful actress with significant income of her own, there is no question that Amber can support herself until the parties have had a reasonable amount of time to assess their finances with the assistance of counsel and then negotiate a mutually agreeable resolution or seek regularly noticed court orders." Meanwhile, Amber Heard's legal team hit back with their support towards the star with the words, "The family law court is not going to be influenced by misinformation placed in the social media based on anonymous sources. Amber is the victim. Amber is a hero. So right from the get-go, it must have been bots, misinformation, and social media to blame." Not a surprise. The estranged couple ultimately succeeded in getting their divorce, but Johnny Depp filed a defamation suit against Amber Heard in 2018, claiming that she was violent towards him. The tourist star ultimately won the case and was to receive a total of $15 million in damages from his ex-wife, a now bankable star, after she enters into the DC franchise as Mera in Aquaman. So sometimes when I clip out an article, it doesn't have an exact date, but it said this one was updated about a day ago. However, I've never heard this before. Like I said, I always imagined Amber got, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 grand for a movie like that, but not quite. So when she says things like I was a successful actress, well, the answer is kind of. Not, you were definitely a successful actress standing on your own and you didn't need Johnny's help for anything at all. Let me know what you think in the comments. Doing pop culture, entertainment, whatever comes up that's interesting. If you subscribe here, I'll be happy about it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.